season finale of The Last of Us spiraled me into one of my biggest PTSD panic attacks that I've ever had. So let's talk about it. First, this contains spoilers for The Last of Us, especially complete spoilers for the season finale. So if you haven't seen it, don't want to hear about that, go. Second, this trigger warning right now for very traumatic birth, traumatic C-section. If you can't hear about that, I respect that. Do not watch this video. Honestly, I think I would have been fine, but at least better, but this caught me completely off guard. And it's at the very end where Ellie shoots Owen and Mel, and then it's revealed that Mel is pregnant. This is bad enough. Like, for someone like me, I don't like any harm towards children or what have you, and even implied harm, and I definitely don't like any harm towards pregnant women, but that's not what got me. Then, Mel calls her over. She's like, get the fuck over here. Like, I only have 30 seconds, and asks her to cut her open. Again, so for me, I had an extremely traumatic emergency C-section with my son, my first baby. He was born 3 weeks early via emergency C-section. All they had time to give me was an epidural, which is not the same thing as a spinal. And the medication did not kick in. I felt them when they were like pinching me. They're like, do you feel this? I was like, yes. They're like, that's not possible. And then they started cutting me open. And I felt everything for, I don't know how long, maybe only 10 to 15 seconds, maybe a max of 30 seconds. So I start screaming at them and I'm like, I feel you cutting me, screaming bloody murder, right? And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm fucking sure. Like, I feel it. I wasn't happy about it. I'm trying to make light of it now. They put me on ketamine, like, immediately. So right when, like, I was just gone. I was in outer space. I did not exist. There was no Olivia. She was non-existent. But you can imagine how watching, potentially someone get cut open while they can feel it would be very triggering to me. And I do have pretty severe PTSD from that. Worked on it a lot in therapy. Thought I was better. Am a lot better. That was still not okay for me to see. Spiraled into like one of the biggest panic attacks I think I've ever had. My poor fiance was like trying to talk me through it. He was like, and then we talked later about like how to help me ground and things like that. But yeah, if you have sensitivities to that kind of thing or whatever, don't watch that episode. I wish that I'd known it was coming. He didn't know it was coming. I think he played the game, but he doesn't remember if that was in the game or if that was just for theatrics, so he didn't know to warn me. So yeah. And if you guys ever want to hear about my super traumatic birth story that probably could have turned into a lawsuit but didn't because nobody was there with me and I didn't know what was happening, let me know.